Good morning, Copper Basin. Today is Wednesday, September 24th, 2014. I'm Reed O'Neill.
And I'm Tristan Eastoe on the CBTV News at 9.
On today's show, we'll be talking about cutting cheese, a shocking ice bucket, and a sports fact.
So let's get started.
During Biology 2 yesterday, Miss Montgomery's class attempted to make mozzarella cheese. One of the groups turned out all right, but with the group I was in, no, not so well. Instead of cheese, we kind of ended up with like an oily, chunky milk. Yeah, not a good cheese cook. Anyways, let's go to weather.
Today is going to be sunny with highs in the mid-60s to upper 70s and light winds. Tonight will be mostly clear with lows in the upper 40s to mid-50s and light winds. Thursday is going to be sunny with highs in the 70s to lower 80s and light winds. Now let's get back to the anchors.
Thanks for the weather, Riley. Our script's not up.
There it is.
There it is. Hey, script. How you doing? Oh, yeah. Speaking of weather, here's a story on the water. A little over a week ago, on September 13th, a 50-year-old man named Clayton drowned on the Ocoee River after his raft overturned in the rapids. Always be safe when you're rafting. Learn how to swim, hold your breath, all that good stuff. Let's go over to a PSA.
I know I've always got to be careful and drive safely. Mom and Dad and everybody tell me to pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. Huh, maybe they're right? I know my parents can take away my keys anytime. Ugh. I know I need to obey traffic lights and street signs. And going faster than the speed limit is dangerous and illegal. I know I could get a ticket or lose my license if I break the rules. That's not cool.
Did you know teen drivers are 50% more likely to crash in the first month of having a license than they are after a full year of experience?
In Louisville, Kentucky, a firefighter was killed while trying to help college students do their ice bucket challenge. The aerial ladder on which the firemen were standing on got too close to a power line and unfortunately electrocuted one of them. In brighter news, let's go to sports.
Well, you guys, there's going to be a volleyball game on the 29th at Pickens, so come out and support us. And your sports fact for today is the Major League Baseball teams use about 850,000 balls per season. Now let's get back to the anchors.
That's a lot of baseballs to use in one season.
Not commenting this time.
Good.
Just go to lunch.
Today for lunch, in line 1, we'll be having hamburger, baked fries, beans, grapes, and applesauce. And in line 2 is spicy chicken sandwich and potato rounds, baked beans, grapes, and applesauce. Both lines will be having, like always, juice and milk. Breakfast tomorrow is apple or cherry fruital or parfait. Now that's all for your lunch.
Thanks for the lunch. And just a random fact, did you know that earthworms can have up to 8 separate hearts? So if you break one of them, there's just another one, so you can just keep going.
It's a pretty neat fact. Let's go see what our sponsors have to say.
The call to serve. It has no sound, yet I have heard it in the whispered retelling of honorable sacrifices made by those who have served before me. The call to serve has no form, yet I have clearly seen it in the eyes of men and women infinitely more courageous and more driven than most. The call to serve has no weight, yet I have held it in my hands. I will commit to carry it close to my heart until my country is safe and the anguish of those less fortunate has been soothed. The call to serve is at once invisible and always present. And for those who choose to answer the call, for their country, For their fellow man, for themselves. It is the most powerful force on Earth. America's Navy. A global force for good.
Birthdays today are Justin Bright and Wyatt Standridge.
Parking permits are available for purchase in the office for $5. A valid driver's license and insurance are required, or you won't be rolling up in the parking lot without one.
Speaking of rolling up, do you know why the baker made a lot of money?
Why?
Because he made a lot of dough.
Wow. One day I'm just going to quit because
That's all the time we have for today's show.
We'll see you tomorrow on CBTV News at 9.